The biggest mistake most older women make isn't their wrinkles, their wardrobe, or even their confidence. It's believing that age-appropriate hair exists. It doesn't. In the next few minutes, I'll prove that the rules you think you know are holding you back, and reveal the 9 styles that have nothing to do with age and everything to do with liberation. Before we dive in, if this message speaks to you, hit that subscribe button right now. This channel is built for women who refuse to disappear, who are ready to reclaim their power one choice at a time. Subscribe, and let's walk this path together. Here's something I need you to understand right from the start. For years, I watched women dim their light because someone once told them what was appropriate for their age. They believed it. They internalized it. And slowly, quietly, they began to vanish. But here's the truth. Age-appropriate is a cage dressed up as wisdom. And today, we're breaking free. Now, let me ask you something. Have you ever looked in the mirror and felt like a stranger was staring back? Like somewhere along the way, you lost the person you used to recognize? If you felt that, you're not alone. Most women I've worked with carry this quiet ache. The sense that time has taken something precious, something that can't be returned. But what if I told you that it's not time that took it? It's the stories we've been told about what we're allowed to be. Hair is not just hair. It's a declaration. It's a statement to the world about who you are and how you want to be seen. And for too long, women have been told that after a certain age, they need to shrink that declaration. Cut it short. Keep it simple. Don't draw attention. Don't be too much. But what happens when we stop playing small? What happens when we realize that our hair, our choices, can be an act of rebellion? Let me tell you about a woman I once knew. She came to me with shoulders hunched, eyes cast down, her hair pulled back in the same style she'd worn for 20 years. She said, "I just want something easy. Something that doesn't make me look like I'm trying too hard." And I asked her, "Who told you that trying was a bad thing?" She paused. She didn't have an answer, because no one had told her directly. It was just this silent agreement she'd made with the world, that to be older meant to be invisible, to take up less space, to ask for less attention. So we changed her hair. Not dramatically, not drastically, just enough. A soft, textured bob with face-framing layers that opened up her features and brought light back to her eyes. And when she looked in the mirror, something shifted. She didn't just see a new haircut. She saw permission. Permission to be seen. Permission to take up space. Permission to try. That's what these 9 haircuts represent. They're not just styles. They're invitations. Invitations to step back into the fullness of who you are, to shed the weight of other people's expectations, and to move through the world with the kind of confidence that can only come from choosing yourself. So let's talk about what makes a haircut youthful. It's not about hiding age. It's not about pretending time hasn't passed. It's about celebrating aliveness. It's about movement, lightness, and energy. Think about it. When you see someone who radiates youth, it's not because their skin is wrinkle-free. It's because they move with ease. They laugh without self-consciousness. They take up space without apology. That's what we're cultivating here. The first cut I want to share with you is the textured bob. This is not your mother's bob. This is not the severe, blunt cut that sits heavy on the shoulders. This is soft, lived-in, full of movement. The key is in the layers, short layers at the crown that add volume and lift, longer pieces at the front that frame the face and draw the eye to your best features. This cut works because it defies gravity. It doesn't weigh you down. It lifts you up. When hair sits flat against the head, it creates a downward pull that can make the face look tired, drawn, even sad. But when you introduce texture and layers, you create movement. And movement is life. It's energy. It's youth. This cut works for almost every face shape because it's customizable. You can adjust the length, the angle, the amount of layering to suit your unique features. And the best part, it's incredibly low maintenance. A little texturizing spray, a quick tousle with your fingers, and you're out the door looking effortlessly chic. The second cut is the pixie. Now, I know what you're thinking. Pixies are for young girls. I'm too old for that. Stop. Right there. That's the lie we're dismantling. Pixies are not about age. They're about confidence. They're about saying, "I don't need to hide behind my hair. I am enough." A well-cut pixie can be one of the most flattering, most youthful styles you can wear. The trick is in the details. You want softness around the face, wispy bangs, textured layers, maybe a little length on top that you can sweep to the side. This creates dimension and keeps the cut from looking too severe or masculine. A pixie opens up the face. It highlights your eyes, your cheekbones, your smile. It takes the focus off your hair and puts it back on you. And here's the thing, when you stop hiding, when you step into the light, people notice. Not because you look younger, but because you look alive. You look present. You look like someone who has chosen herself. And that is the most magnetic energy in the world. If you're feeling inspired, if something inside you is waking up, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. Let's keep building this community of women who refuse to shrink. Your voice matters here. The third cut is the long layered shag. This is for the woman who loves her length, but feels like it's dragging her down. Long hair can be beautiful, but if it's all one length, it can look heavy, lifeless, even aging. The solution? Layers. Lots of them. Starting at the crown and cascading down to create movement, volume, and texture. A shag is all about that lived-in, effortless vibe. It's messy in the best way. It's undone but intentional. It says, I woke up like this, and I'm not apologizing for it. This cut works because it breaks up the weight. Instead of hair hanging limp and flat, you get bounce, swing, dimension. And when you add some soft face-framing pieces around the front, it draws attention to your eyes and cheekbones, creating a lifting effect that makes you look refreshed and vibrant. The shag is also incredibly versatile. You can wear it straight, wavy, curly. It adapts to your natural texture and enhances it rather than fighting against it. The fourth cut is the shoulder-length lob with curtain bangs. This is a modern classic. The lob sits right at the collarbone, which is one of the most universally flattering lengths. It's long enough to feel feminine and versatile, but short enough to feel fresh and modern. The curtain bangs are the secret weapon here. They part down the middle and sweep softly to the sides, framing the face and drawing attention to the center. This creates a slimming effect and highlights your best features. Curtain bangs are softer than blunt bangs, more forgiving, and they grow out gracefully. They also have this incredible way of taking years off your face without looking like you're trying too hard. It's subtle, it's elegant, and it works for almost everyone. Pair this with some soft waves or a sleek blow-dry, and you have a style that's timeless, sophisticated, and effortlessly youthful. The fifth cut is the asymmetrical bob. This is for the woman who wants to make a statement. The asymmetrical bob is bold, edgy, and full of personality. One side is slightly longer than the other, creating a dynamic, modern shape that draws the eye and keeps people guessing. This cut is all about breaking the rules. It's unexpected, it's confident, and it's incredibly flattering because it creates angles and movement that soften the face and add dimension. An asymmetrical bob works especially well for women with fine or thinning hair because the angle creates the illusion of volume and fullness. It also frames the face beautifully, drawing attention to your jawline and cheekbones. This is not a safe cut. It's a brave cut, and if you're ready to step into your power, this might be the one for you. The sixth cut is the curly crop. If you have natural curls or waves, this cut is a game changer. For too long, women with curly hair have been told to straighten it, tame it, control it. But curls are not meant to be controlled. They're meant to be celebrated. A curly crop embraces your natural texture and cuts it into a shape that's flattering, modern, and full of life. The key is to work with a stylist who understands curly hair and can cut it dry, in its natural state, so the curls fall exactly where they're meant to. A curly crop is playful, youthful, and full of personality. It's low maintenance because you're not fighting your natural texture. You're enhancing it. And curls have this incredible way of adding volume and dimension to the face, creating a halo effect that's soft, romantic, and utterly captivating. If you've been hiding your curls, it's time to set them free. The seventh cut is the blunt lob with micro bangs. This one is for the bold, the daring, the woman who isn't afraid to stand out. A blunt lob is sleek, sharp, and modern. The ends are cut straight across, creating a clean, polished line that exudes confidence. Pair this with micro bangs, short, cropped bangs that sit just above the eyebrows, and you have a look that's editorial, fashion-forward, and undeniably cool. Micro bangs are polarizing, I'll admit, but when done right, they're absolutely stunning. They draw attention to your eyes, create a focal point, and give your whole look an edge that's youthful and fresh. This cut requires confidence because it's not trying to blend in. It's trying to stand out. And if that's where you are in your life, ready to be seen, ready to be bold, this cut will serve you beautifully. If you're still with me, if you're feeling this energy, don't forget to subscribe. We're building something special here, and I want you to be part of it. Let's keep going. The eighth cut is the feathered layers with side-swept bangs. This is a softer, more romantic option for the woman who wants to look youthful without going too edgy or bold. Feathered layers are all about movement and lightness. The hair is cut in soft, graduated layers that create a feathered, airy effect. It's delicate, it's feminine, and it's incredibly flattering. Side-swept bangs add to the softness, creating a gentle frame for the face that draws attention to your eyes and cheekbones. This cut works beautifully on medium to long hair and can be styled straight, wavy, or curly. It's versatile, low maintenance, and timeless. If you want a cut that makes you feel beautiful without trying too hard, this is it. The ninth and final cut is the grown-out pixie with textured ends. This is for the woman who's growing out a pixie but doesn't want to go through that awkward in-between stage. Instead of letting it grow out shapeless and unkempt, you work with your stylist to create a textured, piecewise look that's intentional and stylish. The ends are cut with a razor or texturizing shears to create softness and movement, and the overall effect is effortless, cool, and modern. This cut is all about embracing the journey. It's about finding beauty in the transition, in the in-between. And isn't that a powerful metaphor for life? We're always in transition, always growing, always becoming. And the most beautiful thing we can do is embrace that process, find the beauty in the mess, and keep moving forward with grace and confidence. So there you have it. 9 haircuts that have nothing to do with hiding age and everything to do with celebrating life, movement, and authenticity. But here's the deeper truth beneath all of this. These cuts are just tools. They're invitations. The real transformation happens when you decide to stop playing by someone else's rules and start writing your own story. For so long, women have been told to shrink, to quiet down, to take up less space. And we've internalized that message so deeply that we don't even realize we're doing it. We choose the safe haircut, the one that won't draw attention, the one that won't make waves. But what if making waves is exactly what we're here to do? Your hair is not just about looking good. It's about feeling seen. It's about reclaiming your power. It's about standing in front of the mirror and recognizing the woman staring back at you. Not as someone who's past her prime, but as someone who's just getting started. I want you to close your eyes for a moment and imagine yourself 6 months from now. You've chosen one of these cuts. You've stepped into it with confidence. And now, when you walk into a room, you don't shrink. You don't apologize. You take up space. You smile. You laugh. You let yourself be seen. How does that feel? What does that version of you look like? What does she carry in her heart? That woman is not a fantasy. She's not some distant dream. She's you. Right now. Waiting to be uncovered. And all it takes is one choice. One decision to stop hiding and start showing up fully, completely, unapologetically. If this resonates, if you feel that shift happening inside you, subscribe to this channel. We're here for you. We're building a space where women support women, where we lift each other up and remind each other of our power. Don't forget to like this video and drop a comment letting me know which haircut spoke to you. I read every single one, and your voice matters here. You're not defined by years, but by how you let your story shine through. You're not past your prime. You're just past the old stories. It's time to write a new one. And I'll be here, cheering you on every step of the way. Thank you for being here. Thank you for choosing yourself. Now go out there and let the world see the real you.